An update on the case of 3 former Jacksonville pastors charged with sexual battery. Detectives say the alleged abuse spanned for decades. And tonight, Jerome Teschendorf is sentenced to 20 years in prison for capital sexual battery. He was once a leader at the Jacksonville Assembly of the Body of Christ. He originally faced life in prison, but his sentence was cut down. And today in the courtroom, he faced survivors nearly a half a century after the earliest allegations. Our Fariha Abrar is live outside the Duval County Courthouse this evening. Fariha, let's talk about those survivors and how they're reacting to his reduced sentence.
Anthony, it was an emotional day in courtroom 608 as survivors reopened old wounds and recalled traumatic memories from their past. But once the judge sentenced Teschendorf to 20 years at the Florida State Prison, the survivors told me they felt a sense of justice was served.
To this day, I question my faith. I wonder how God could allow this to happen and how differently my life could have turned out. What would it have been like to live without unexpected triggers for me in situations that haunt me? Or how my reactions to things may be different or even non-existent?
After an investigation into abuse allegations dating back decades, former Jacksonville pastor Jerome Teschendorf was sentenced Wednesday to 20 years in prison for capital sexual battery. In court, his former stepdaughter Lisa and childhood friend Jennifer described years of control, fear, and trauma, recalling hidden cameras, emotional manipulation, and repeated sexual abuse that shaped their lives long into adulthood. Both women said reopening the case brought back painful memories, but support from detectives and the state attorney's office helped them push forward. Teschendorf, now 70, appeared expressionless as he was sentenced and taken back into custody.
I wanted him to know that I was no longer scared of him. He didn't hold that power over me anymore.
Teschendorf was not the only pastor from his church facing allegations of abuse, but he was the last of 3 to be sentenced. Vernon Williamson received a life sentence in prison on sexual battery charges. Paul Dial pled guilty to a lesser charge of contributing to the delinquency or dependency of a child. He was sentenced this past May to 5 years probation. Teschendorf was able to reduce his sentence a week ago, according to court records. Live at the Duval County Courthouse, Fariha Abrar, First Coast News, on your side.